Alright guys, we are back with the tutorial assassin. Now I have not left this game, it's still up. So we still have our, let's go check it out. We've got our waypoint to Stony Field, which we will use in a little bit. We've got, our 1 point into Claw Mastery so we can get the burst of speed, none into martial arts currently, and then 4 into Fire Blast. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the Darkwood waypoint that we got earlier, and we're going to do some stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is get some potions, because I'm running a little low on these health and mana potions. We didn't actually bought through those. Grab some of those, grab some stamina potions. These will give you basically infinite running time, because this will run down as you run outside of town, and that's why we had to walk at that first video. Make sure I got our potions. Our potions are portals. We don't really have any gear on other than some claws that I found. Again, these are just kind of there. They're not really needed for anything. We got that staff last game, the 2 open socket for the thing. So I'm going to show you guys that those rune words I was talking about in that last one. So if we're looking here, we've got that leaf rune word. So this is going into a staff. So it goes item types, non-magical staves. With exactly 2 sockets. You go tier and ral in that order. So these are the ones we're going to be looking for later. This is going to give you, like I said, 3 to your fire skills. It gives some other to sorcerer skills that we're not going to be able to use. But it gives you mana after each kill. It gives you some base defense, which is cool. And it gives you some cold res, which is always nice. So good to have. Super nice early for fire characters. This can be used on, obviously, sorceress. Can be used on assassin. Can be used on druid. Can be used on any character doing fire damage. And the other one we talked about was stealth. This is more just for the run walk. This does have cast rate on it. This is great for the sorceress, great for the paladin, stuff like that. Almost till in game until you get your enigma or you get your fortitude, whatever you're going to use. But this is a fantastic early to mid game armor. So you're looking for an armor with 2 open sockets. Non-magical body armor with exactly 2 sockets. You're looking for Tal F. So those are the 4 runes. We're looking for Tal F and Tier Ral. Ral, I believe, is actually the highest one rune that the Countess can drop. So when we get there, I'll find that for you, and we'll look at it. Just go back to here. Awesome. Let's hop into the Darkwood. Just chilling. Go ahead and pop our burst of speed. You saw how slow we were throwing traps there. Look how fast that is now. Like I said last time, we're just going to run around the edge of the map here, following this wall, until we find... We are still in players 1 right now, just so we can get through this place. We'll go back to like kind of players 4 or 5 when we go to the Forgotten Tower, because those enemies are higher level, so they are kind of scary. You got to be careful with those. See the tree right here popped up on the map. This tree always has a boss pack of these wood... Tree head, wood fist, and then 2 brutes that are minions. So we're really careful. This is kind of why we're doing this. This guy rolls extra fast, extra strong almost every time. If not every time. I'm not exactly sure how his mechanics work, but I grab that. We're gonna go ahead and touch
How
this
has
tree.
this tree escaped corruption?
Love a good small charm. Okay, so we are currently level 9. We're still putting points into burst of speed at this point. What we're going to do is actually, since the waypoint's so close, we're going to run back to the waypoint, and we're going to go ahead and do Decker Cane. Now, Decker Cane, I'm going to see who I have to talk to, because it's already popped up since I got the scroll, but once you get the scroll, it requires you that you walk over to Akara. So you're going to go talk to her, she'll give you a thing about needing to take it to the stones. Fire damage is not needed. This is a pretty decent wolf helm, level 6. Getting a free oak sage is always nice with some hit recovery, and not having to worry about it breaking, because if it's repair self stat. Alright, let's go back to the Stony Field that we already have the waypoint up for, or the TP up for. This is going to tell you, if you really want to, you can open this with right click, and it'll tell you what order that you need to open in. So you gotta look for teardrop first, then you do 2 lines, you do the single line, then you do the circle, and then you do the other teardrop. Like, it takes you a little, you don't have to, you can just spam click it, but typically Maelstrom. Before we get any
Tristram.
closer, I'm going to try to
First
see
to
if I can
fall
catch
to
a few of these
Diablo's
bosses.
wrath.
This is what you're going to be doing online. So if you're playing online, you're going to be doing points. You're going to be running Trist games. So basically, I'll be recording the reset when I do play, but I'm going to be basically getting to this point, and then I'm going to be trying to farm. Like I said, these archer packs are scary, so you gotta be careful. Luckily we're trapped, so we do have some range to us. Try to kill all these extra guys in the area over here that aren't really doing anything. Griswold is a unique enemy. He's not had tons of minions, so try not to get hit by him. He's always cursed, which basically means he will cast amplify damage on you, which doubles your physical damage that you receive. Really careful with that. You now want to get, especially with an archer pack sitting right next to him, you don't want to get absolutely ruled by a couple of archers that are just chilling here. Now we talked about the tube and socket. Perfect. We've talked about the tube and socket staff, which we bought. We can also buy one or find a tube and socket armor for that stealth room where we looked at a second ago. See Dagger being trapped in his cage down there. These bosses typically spawn one group down here, maybe two if you just happen to be that way. And then you've got, don't want to get cursed, so we're going to back up a little bit. Grab some of these health pots. Mana pots.
Not enough money.
Talk to Deckard. So what I do when I run Trist games, I usually host them, just because I kind of know what I'm doing.
Go to the rogue camp.
The stones and everything. And so you'll usually get a boss pack somewhere in this area, including Griswold. You will always get a boss or champion pack, typically champion in this area in between these two. And then there is occasionally, which is great, we have one right here. This is not super common, but it does happen to get a boss pack right over here. Sometimes even all the way up top by this wall. So I'd like to do it now when you're running those runs to see. I'm trying to get rid of some of these fodder minions with this stuff. I'll talk about killing these shamans first. So shamans will. You think that they're not scared? An archer can't get out. So definitely be weird. Any mana pots? No. These are all normal guys. Tin cash rate is fantastic to find early on. It's crazy that we found it. This is something my brother's most likely playing Sorceress when we restart, so that's going to be great for him. So that's something we're looking for him as well. When I start playing is rings with cast rate and amulets with cast rate. So I'm going to actually keep it. It's not really necessary that I keep it, but I'm going to keep it just as a reference. We're going to jog over here and just drop some stuff in the stash so we're not completely full. Drop this in there.
Good day.
And now we're on to basically going to farm some runes. So this is going to be just basically going to the tower and clearing bosses on the way, and then yeah, just killing the Countess and getting some runes. So we're going to walk all the way over here. You can see on the map we've already found the exit, so we're just going to kind of walk in that direction. I'm going to go ahead and cast Burst of Speeding because I know that's probably getting close to running out. We're on players 5. It was a little tricky in the Tristram. See what this does. Range armor early, it's interesting. There's not much that can do. Such a low level, we should see what it is. You see here, any unique enemy has, it tells you what their specialty is, like what their unique abilities are. So she's a demon, but her ability here normal is Spectral Hit. Which means every time she hits you, she's doing some sort of physical damage. So we're not going to kill her. We hope that she doesn't hit us with cold. This cold is going to lower our abilities, attacks, or lower our attack speed, which lowers our These targes could be pretty good too if you can get a 3-pin socket targe early on with some good stuff. Dexterity 4 to mana, not really worth it. This is a fantastic early one. A little bit of strength, some life, some mana, some magic find. Any points of magic find that you can get early on is very much recommended. Get as much magic find as you can get. early on, because those first points are exponentially helpful in finding uniques, finding rares, finding just pretty much anything. So we're in the Black Marsh. The trick with the Black Marsh is, super, super different. You're going to run around the outside of the wall just like every other place. It's can be repetitive, but you're just going to run around until you find it. It's pretty much the only way to do it. So we found the exit for the next area. That's where we'll go later once we've leveled up a bit, once we've got the runes that we need. And I'm just going to go ahead and farm the runes to show you how long it can take, because you're looking for 4 different runes. Sometimes you get exactly what you need early on. You can get one of the runes knocked out, just increase your kill speed, increase your movement speed, stuff like that, and be booking it through these, or you'll get every rune that you don't need, and you're just kind of farming here. There is kind of like just by yourself how long do you want to farm these runes if you're not getting what you need. So if you just, for whatever reason, you just cannot find so you can't get any of the things that you need, then at some point you gotta be like, okay, look, is it worth it for me to keep going? Like, how long should I keep farming before I realize, hey, I'm probably not going to find this thing? I mean, obviously, the more you farm, the more likely you are to get it, but it's like, how much time are you willing to spend doing it? So you can see here, we've checked all of the outside wall. We did not find the Black Marsh waypoint. That is because there are some walls on the inside. Those do technically count for finding things. So we're going to run around the inside walls and see if we can find that waypoint. Hopefully somewhere around here. Perfect. So this distance is great, especially in single player. So if you're playing single player, your maps are going to be static. As long as you don't change difficulty, your maps are static. So basically what that means is, if I save quit and I come back to this waypoint, you'll see in a second, I'll do it once while I'm farming the runes. I'm going to come back to this waypoint. This map is going to be the exact same. It's also already going to be loaded with all the things that I've seen. So I'm going to come in. I know that this the Forgotten Tower is straight down. So pop versus speed, sure. Going straight down here. This is a very short walk, because I mean I could have gotten tower here and waypoint all the way at the opposite end of the map. So we're going to go ahead and hop in here. We're going to leave it at players 5 for now. See how that feels. Cap for 2 sockets. It is not. It is not one of these ghosts that go hit. Champions do not tell you what they are, but you can guess based on like how they move and stuff. So we're going to ignore them. And then we're going to talk about something that is very important to know for the tower. This is a requirement, I would say. So if you look at this, right, this is where we're talking about those reading maps using the tiles. This entire little section here on the map is one tile, right? So from this opening where we came in to this door, and you are moving in this upright direction, right? You're moving towards the top right corner of your screen. What that means is, for your exit, it's going to be to the left. So if my character is running this way, to my left would be top left of my screen. That's what you can see here. From here to here, one tile. So I'm looking as I'm playing, I know I need to go left, I need to go left. So even though I had to turn right here, I know I'm always going to be coming back for almost a U-turn at some point to get that left. Now, in this game, it's weird. Technically, you're not turning left, right? So it's not like I have to keep running straight and then I turn left. It means that the tile exit is that you're running left, which means you can technically go right, 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 because your tile is still facing to the left, and you're still doing that. So we're going to show you on level 2. So our tile here, let's go over here. Our tile is facing this way. We're running top left. That means when we're exiting, we're going to be running bottom left. Running here. Of course, I'm going to go to the left. I know that my exit is somewhere in this direction. It doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed that this is going to be it. This is going to be actually extra strong. I'll try to get them. Increase their overall damage. Just make sure we got some pots to heal up with. Awesome. So you see, I almost died there a couple of times. So you gotta be careful with those archers, I'm telling you. Do not underestimate an archer pack. And like I said, come out, bottom left. We're running towards the bottom left of our screen. There's our tile. Grab that sapphire because I'll sell for 250 at least.
Not enough mana.
Now again, we're going to do this another time, right? We're running bottom right. So if we're going left, we're running top right. Right up here, and there it is, first tile. In normal, the maps are much smaller. It's not as difficult to find your exits. As you get into Nightmare in Hell, they're become a little bit more difficult. Again, top left, running bottom left. Hoping we can get a triple right. Does not look like it. These bosses, I knew he was a boss just because he was a different color than the guys he was surrounded by. I'm going to grab that guitar for now, because if it has anything with increased attack speed on it, it doesn't. It's nice. So you see, we did a little zigzags, but again, we are finishing bottom left. Now we're level 11. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a point into Fire Blast again. Burst of speed is already pretty strong. The 5 points in a burst of speed is fantastic. You're getting 37 attack speed and 42 run walk. So you're moving quicker, you're attacking quicker. It's great. I like to go ahead and throw another point into Fire Blast, and then next level at level 12, you'll see right here, required level 12. We're going to put into Wake of Fire. This ability is absolutely disgusting. It is so good. I'm going to switch to players 1. What that's going to do is, right, everything in here is already spawned at players 3 or whatever, but at players 1, the Countess has the highest chance to drop runes. Try not to get cursed by this guy. 4, perfect. The Countess has the highest chance to drop runes at players 1. So even if she spawned at players 3, you kill her at players 3. If you switch to players 1 before she dies, you'll get the players 1. So we're running here. You'll see the green chick down there. That is the overrun while I'm standing here. She always casts fire on the doors. Just be careful not to be standing in that. She has fire enchanted, so if you kill her, I'm just gonna kill these guys. At this point, I'm pretty strong, so I'm not super worried about it at all. I'm just gonna stand here. She got 1 rune. She can drop obviously, but for now we got it. This is completely useless to me as of right now. I'm not gonna really use this in certain things, but for me, when I'm looking for again, switch to that.
So much treasure.
Wolf view.
It almost
Looking
covers the
for
stench.
Rao, and we're looking for Talath. Okay, so with that, we're gonna save quit. Now online, if you're doing this, your maps are not gonna be static. So what that's gonna mean is when you load into a game, every single time you load into a new game, you're gonna be completely oblivious to where things are. You're still gonna have your waypoints. You're still gonna have those, so you can kind of go in and out of the areas. But the location, this is a fantastic. 2 Defrost Nova is pretty good. 2 to Werewolf if you're doing a Werewolf druid early on. Those are some decent early gear. So we are level 9, which we weren't when we started. We were level 8, so now we've got our Charm online, give us a little bit of mana, a little bit of life. We'll go ahead and throw this Ith rune in here. I'm just going to keep it away because I don't want to accidentally put it into the staff here. Forgot to sell the gem, we'll do that later. Yeah, so all I'm going to do, since I'm in single player, you'll see again, like I said, spawn in here. Everything that I found before, other than the shrine, I think there was one over here and a couple over here. Everything else is the same. And the shrines are still the same, they just don't, for whatever reason, appear on the map. So you're going to run down, get to the Forgotten Tower. Again, we're still on players 3, that stays throughout the games. Even in the towers, everything is the same. The enemies may change, boss groups, the type of bosses you're killing are going to be different, potentially. So this is... I think we actually had Ghost last time, too. But we'll grab that Skull Cap for now, since we don't really have anything, see if there's anything good on it. Hit recovery, and chance to cast Charge Bolt, sure, why not? We'll throw it on there. Nothing that we super need. There's no resistances, unfortunately. But again, we know the maps, we have the map pulled up. We're just gonna run along. Now, there is usually 1 to 2 more champion enemies per level in the Forgotten Tower. What that means is, if you want to, you could, so let's say the enemy, the boss was not right here, it wasn't anywhere right here, you could technically run to the right and go try to find him. If you're still searching for those levels. Right now, I'm just going to kind of run through. If they're in front of me, I'm going to kill them. If they're not, I'm just going to go. Because because I'm trying to get those runes as quick as possible. Get boss over here. I can tell because he's like a blue as opposed to the yellow burnt orange look. So I know he was a boss. I'm not expecting to see another one, but I will hover over just in case there is a chance of a second one spawning. Usually based on tiles, though. Just gonna run back around. Now this boss thing also means in level 5 as well. So either level 5 is guaranteed to have encounters. It also has a chance to have 1 to 2 boss groups. Whether that be champions and or unique bosses. So we're very close to level 12 here. Killing our minions actually pretty good. So we're gonna kill our minions. Yeah, we're gonna get level 12. Pop that point to Wake of Fire. Now we're gonna do a little switch up here. I'll show you kind of what Wake of Fire does. So Wake of Fire is shooting a triangle of fire at enemies on its own. It shoots 5 total times, to 7 to 15 damage per hit, and you can have, I think, up to 5 of them out at a time. These are a little bit more mana costly, but I mean, so she is fire resistant. Still, she's got absolutely. So with this being unlocked, I will be switching into players 8 to get that increased XP. We did, if you didn't see, I picked up those runes. We got Tal, Nef. That Tal rune is one that we need. Throw those Nefs on the other side because we do not need those, but we do need that Tal for our chest piece. We need T-Ral Tal F. So we're looking for THF rune, and we're looking for fantastic faster cast rate. Great for any character that is casting. So if you're looking for sorceress, looking for even the necromancer can use this early on if he's using teeth. It's really good. I don't need it, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. I've got gear for other characters if I wanted to. We're gonna sell that gem that I forgot about last time. Now I didn't mention this early on. I just started doing it on my own. But basically, if you unlock an ability, so any of these, you can basically hover over them and click F1 through 8. So my first ability I want is F1, F2 for Fire Blast, and F3. So if I click those again here, you can see I rotate through them here at the bottom. You can also use the scroll wheel to rotate through them, a little more tricky. But if I go into the settings here, you could see controls F1 through 8 for your skills. You can have up to 16. You can bound these to anything. Obviously, you don't want to double bound any skill or any skill to whatever other thing it accesses. But I can, if I really, I had 8 skills and I needed my 9th one for whatever reason, but I don't have it up. Just select it and pick what I could do. Fucking mouse 3, mouse 4, or whatever my extra buttons are. You know what I mean? So it's something that you should keep in mind as well. It just makes it easier, much quicker to kind of scroll through your abilities as long as you know where they are. But same as always, we're going to go ahead and swap this to players 8 because we've got our very, very powerful ability now. Something you did notice, or that I noticed just now that I made a mistake on, I did not switch back to players 1, or players 3 when I was clearing the tower, I don't believe, last game. So that XP was... so this Ghost is fire enchanted. So we're just going to kind of leave it, right? We do a lot of fire damage. It's players 8. I can't really just punch the shit out of it. So we're just going to leave that one alone. We're not going to mess with it. Kill its minions. The minions are still killable. So we killed them, got the XP from them. Now we're just going to kind of walk on. We got the boss group here. They have teleport. Only the boss gets the trigger. Super helpful. Whatever. They want to teleport, they teleport. I don't know if you've seen my my XP bar is exponentially going up now that we are switched to players.
Not enough
Like that mana. We're gonna go drop a couple traps here, just get those as we walk away. Ooh, I heard a chip ruby. Okay, these guys are just
Not enough mana.
literally faced up the door. Please move. And I believe believe, yeah, so Fire Blast gets boost from fucking every Sentry ability that you basically have, but it does get 11% fire damage per point in Awaken Fire. So as we level up Awaken Fire, our Fire Blast is going to be getting a little bit of a boost as well. So just for some extra damage, we'll probably drop our traps, and then since we have nothing else to do after we drop our traps, we'll just spam Fire Blast. Why not get a little bit of extra damage? See how fast this guy's going after we get this boss super fast? Keep dropping things, keep running around, let the traps do the work. It's the entire damage here. Awesome, he is down. Grab some of these mana pots. You can grab the juice if you want. Again, you could be basically just maxing out Wake of Fire, then maxing out Fire Blast. Maybe throwing a point into Wake of Inferno. I believe it's basically a flamethrower's Wake of Inferno, which can be decent if it's powerful enough for boss killing, like single target killing. Teleport into boss killing. Because you hit these ghosts are primarily dropping scrolls, they're primarily dropping potions. You're getting a lot of potions, scrolls, stuff like that. They do not drop certain items, so you gotta be careful. If you're like, oh, I want to go get, you know, this item, make sure that the enemy doesn't kill it. So just clear that. You kind of have to so much sense in this game. This is a 30 plus a fire damage her. She's taken pretty easy damage here. She's again forgot to switch off. Like, hey, we got another menu. Use this to us. Go and grab it and move on. Actually, let's get it. One person. Alright, at this point I'm just wasting time, but if there's one enemy, whatever, we'll level up on our way to the Black, or to the Forgotten Tower in the Black Marsh.
Good day.
Alrighty.
Good day.
Let's check this charm. The fire damage does not apply, by the way. So if you see these 1 to 2 fire damage, you saw that small charm was a little bit to fire damage we got earlier. Those do not apply to your skills. That is physical damage. If I kept it, I would do 1 to 2 additional fire damage as if I punch someone or if I stab them with my claws. That is not going to affect your traps. Okay, so just be wary of that. Don't be collecting plus to fire damage charms and think that you're just the overpowered character. No. What you can do is just keep an eye out for anything with attack speed. Attack speed for this character is fantastic. For whatever reason, even though, I guess it's because we're laying the traps down, right? So it's a physical lay and not like casting them. Attack speed is what correlates to faster uses of your traps. There's 5 traps down, stand behind them, they're gonna kill literally everything. There's a guy just like chilling over here, so we'll kill him in a second. But yeah, at this point, the entirety of this character is put points in Awaken Fire, and place a few traps down, just they're just gonna die, place a few traps down, and then lure them into the traps. Super simple, very powerful character, very, as you can see, good area of effect that it can clear. Get a lot of enemies coming this way. I'm gonna place this in front of me, run behind them, absolutely melt. This guy's lightning enchanted. At player's 8, that lightning can be very devastating, so you have to be careful, because your traps are gonna activate that lightning to come off. I already have a 2-open socket, but I like to check this because enhanced defense, why not? If I find a 2-open socket with some enhanced defense, then that's just, you know, better. These are not the enemies. I did not see the boss there, unfortunately. We're going to throw another point into here and then throw some more into Vitality. As we run through, boss was here last time. This is a super chest, by the way. If you see this tile here with these pillars, the chest in the middle, that is a super chest. Player's 8 gives you a lot of things, but even on player's 1, you can see how many items I got in this one chest. So I would definitely recommend opening those, grabbing short staves if you're still looking for gold. Look at this, 10 cast rate, Inferno, Charge Bolt, Warmth. This is a fantastic level 6 is insane for that. You get cast rate, you get Charge Bolt, and you get points into Warmth. That is a great sorceress weapon. Go ahead and grab these. Awakened Inferno. Our burst of speed has already run out, so we're gonna cast that again. Good little champion back here. You guys got an amulet from them. Again, pumping into Wake of Fire. This is a good group. I'm just kind of knock them out. Small charms, always fun to grab. Poison res, fantastic. So max res you can get on a single small charm is 11. 7 at this early point in the game. Totally fine with it. I'm down. I'm trying to leave some room. I'm gonna swap back to players 1. If you're going to do that, I want to get those runes. Does not affect the enemies, obviously, like before. These are still players 8 enemies, are still getting players 8 XP, but it affects her drop. Really good thing for killing the Countess. Tower rounds is extra tower, but that round is the one that we need. Unfortunately, that's 2 runes from 1 from each. So, last ones we're looking for is F and Tier. For F and Tier, if we can get those in 1 drop, fantastic. We've completed both of our rune words.
Good day.
So we'll keep the row down here, put the tile away, and then we'll go sell some stuff.
The Order welcomes you.
Tribute to Akara. We'll get rid of this. Get rid of this. You can see these are broken. The only thing that means is I'm not going to need a defense stat out of them. I still have this, the sash, so when you start out you only have the 4 here. When you put a sash on, you're getting an extra slot, and you can see that right here, belt size plus 4 slots. Basically, it just means you can hold more potions. This goes up to 12 additional slots, 4, 8, 12, maybe 16, I think it's just 12, which I don't really need the boots or anything, so that's just there. I want to go back to players 8, because we want to be leveling up as quickly as possible. We are already level 15. 15 is a pretty decent spot with almost any character to be completing Act 1. But, like I said, we're just farming for those additional things for we don't really care about the rest of it. We're just trying to level up, make our skills stronger, get our gear set up. So that big guy over there, I know he's the boss. Champion. Grab that mana. Cool. Moving on to level 2. We're just gonna do this until we get our stuff. So sit back, enjoy some absolute slaughter of the Countess. These archer knights. Okay, I think we're just too powerful at this point. Now online you cannot change your players' counts. If you're online, do not be spamming, players' count and wondering why it's not working. It's not how it's going to work. Players' count only works in single player, but it is correlated to if you have 8 people in your game. So if you're playing online, you have 8 people in your game, you are naturally on players 8. You cannot change it down. You can't make it easier. You will be on players 8 until people leave. So I'm mimicking the fact that I have 8 players in my game, technically. Even though it's just me, just to increase that mana, increase the drop odds, increase all that stuff. So we're in 5, we're going to go ahead and do players 1. Hopefully whoever boss is in here got the players 8. Looks like the Countess is probably players 1. Just totally fine. I don't need the XP all too bad right now. Another round of towers. Usually rounds the hardest one to get. I think that's the highest that she can have. Let me check. Let's go screen capture. Let's look it up. Countess D2R. I like to use Diablo Wiki. It's been super accurate so far. Let's see if this this one has the chart for it. So you see her fire res here, that's why she's always fire enchanted. She's 75 in normal, 75, and then 108, making her immune in hell. Yeah, normal, she can drop up to Ral, so we've already gotten 2 of her highest drops, which is crazy. Nightmare, she can drop up to Ko, though the runes above Io are rare. And then in Hell, she can drop technically up to a low, but Ist are rare. So Ist is her natural, or low is her natural drop chance, just based on her level. Ist is her, because she's special and she drops runes, that's her highest likeliness. Yeah, so we've already gotten 2 of the highest drop chances. That's kind of crazy.
Good day.
Yes?
Alrighty, let's see. So this, as always, see 2.5 grand just for that one. Another cast rate, fantastic find. Early on, I don't super need it. I've got good ones on my characters, and I don't need it for this character. So, but definitely be keeping those if you find those online. You could probably trade those for the runes that you need early on. Just make a game for fun. Just be like, hey, you know, I've got a 10 cast rate ring, and someone might give you a Ral rune for it if they already have it. Make sure burst speeds up. You're still on players 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap that now. You'll see here, it tells you every time game difficulty scale set to 8, Diablo's minions grow stronger. So we're currently level 15. We'll definitely hit 16 this run. I feel like my mana's doing pretty good. I'm going to go start pumping it all into vitality, maybe a couple points into strength for certain gear pieces. But as of right now, my mana seems to be holding strong. I've gotten through 3 levels on players 8. That's the boss. Him die. Grab that mana. Do I have a key on me somewhere? I don't know, I'm in the chest, I'm so confused. Do you see they're changing that pretty quickly? They can type out players. Click up on your arrow keys, it will bring up the last thing you typed in. So makes it easy for changing that quickly. Another round. This is anything else. Yeah, once we make these rune words, we'll kind of show you the plus the skills, and then we'll call it a video for this one. Next one will be basically running through and completing probably Act 1, maybe even Act 2, depending on how fast we're going. Probably Act 2. Yeah, let's run through it. I do have some other videos that are going to be coming up later. I did play some Predecessor today. If you don't know what that is, check it out. It's a pretty fun game. It's basically over-the-shoulder League of Legends kind of thing. It is available on console. But yeah, if you like League of Legends and you like games like that, it's pretty fun. I would recommend. So that'll be coming out here in a bit. It's already been recorded. I've seen it uploaded. The plan is, I guess, just kind of record. I mean, I play games anyways. I'm not record, upload them, see what happens, right? jewels. We've not seen a jewel yet. These are interesting. This one not great, but they do sell decently. They sell like rings and amulets, almost like jewelry. But the jewels can be really, 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 really valuable. Especially if you can get the jewels that have 30 fire res with increased attack speed. So you get 30 fire res with increased attack speed. Those will sell for insane value on the trading market for Diablo. It is absolutely disgusting what people will pay for those. You will put them on your mercenaries. We'll tell you about the Act 2 mercenary, which is the primary one that you'll see people using. He's just insanely good. There's some really good gear for him to use. That is he can literally beat the game by himself. So it's really, really, really good to be looking out for things like that, because people will pay so single player, obviously, then you just use it on your own. So like if I found it now, yeah, we're gonna run through as always and kill this countess. So we're here, we're switching back to players 1. Probably should have moved forward a little bit before I did it so I can count as a players 8, but you know, whatever. These guys are awesome.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright, whatever. We don't need to check it. We have our 2 open socket. Got an F. Okay. So we are gonna make our first run. Let's check it out. So we're gonna switch back to screen mode. I'm gonna show you that rune word. We're looking at stealth. You want a 2 open socket body armor. Non-magical. That's very specific. Do not put this in a blue 2 open socket. Do not put this in a yellow 2 open socket. Do not put this in a unique that has 2 open sockets. Non-magical. That means the gray colored text. Looking for Tal F in that order. Right, so we're gonna grab our Tal rune out of here. Got that F rune there. We're gonna drop this Ral in here as well because we didn't do that last time. Tal F. Pick up the Tal, drop it in the armor. See, it says Tal at the top of that armor there. F. Now the armor is called Stealth. It is in a hardware armor. You'll see Tal F there. Now you're getting the run walk, the cast rate, and the hit recovery. Unfortunately, this does require you to be level 17 because the Tal rune is required level 17, as you see right here. So we can still use the armor. We just don't have the defense benefit right now. But as soon as we hit 17, which is going to be this run, then we will get that increased attack speed, or that increased movement speed. As well as, it's just a fantastic. You regenerate mana, you got some dexterity, you got some stamina, you've got some poison resistance. It's just an absolutely fantastic caster chest piece to have. So you see here, sells for $500, and it gave me 6 to life. So basically nothing, and I'm selling it for almost 600 bucks. Well, hopefully, we can get our tier rune, and we can make our leaf. We won't be able to show off exactly how powerful 3 to skills it can be early on until we are high enough level to use it. I believe it's 19 for a Ral rune, which we can check here in a bit. Interesting. Okay, I was gonna say, where's this boss? Cold enchanted, that is unfortunate. Uncolded here in a bit, but you see what bright blue. We are definitely cold enchanted. We got hit by his death frost. One thing to look out for if you're playing hardcore is do not, I repeat, do not stand your ground against enemies that are cold enchanted or lightning enchanted. Those electric bolts, I'm telling you, they are devastating. They will destroy you. As well as that death nova, frost nova from the cold enchanted enemies is very, very strong, especially later in the game. When you're looking into hell difficulty, nightmare difficulty, that frost nova can absolutely end you in a single lapse. Especially for a character like the assassin, who's not adherently tanky. She's not just naturally a big boss, tanking hits and all that. Things like the sorceress will absolutely die one shot. Things like paladin, maybe, depending on how you built it. Barbarian is usually okay, especially after you get points into natural resistance. It's just, you just gotta be careful. So you can see we're already moving quicker. I don't know if you can tell. We leveled up. We're level 17. This is no longer red. We have all of the abilities here. yeah, that hit recovery and that run walk alone is just nasty. And luckily the assassin already basically increases her own movement speed, so it's not like we were running at base movement speed, but if we were running at base movement speed, this would be so slow. Look how fast we are. This is absolutely crazy. Such a great cannot express it enough. It's just, I will literally make that on every single character every time. Now, playing with my brother, playing with my brother, I will give him the first one. So if we this first one, he will get the first one because of the cast rate. And he's going to be playing a character who can only cast. I mean, she can run up and smack things, I guess, but he's playing a character that is solely based on casting spells. That's going to be way more beneficial. You'll see how fast we already are running. I'll show you that little thing. So if we run just a little bit, based on if we don't have it, there's just a noticeable difference. And then obviously versus we were zooming. Like Usain Bolt.
Greetings.
Right back at it. We changed to players 8, I believe. Perfect. I didn't mention, but for the maps, I love the overtop overlay. I mean, it's just the way I played it in normal D2. It's the way I've always known it as. So I'm used to it. I like how it looks, and I've gotten used to playing it like that. You can change it to the corner. Or again, that frost node. Be careful. Look how much damage. I didn't take barely anything from them hitting me. Took 70 damage just from standing next to him when he died. But yeah, so you can change your map if you don't like the overlay here. You can change it to top corner so that you're not sitting here staring at it. Or you just turn it off. So you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, you just turn it off. Always an option. So I know that my pathing is pretty simple, so I really don't need it. You can always double check just to make sure. Quick look. Oh, excuse me. Double check, there's a couple zigzags, stay left. Pretty simple. So, champion archer. Careful. Our way to level 5. Yeah, level 5. So again, like I said, I change the players around. I do kind of want the XP because I want to see if I can get to 19 by the time I get that tier rune. So these route runes are definitely not this common. And you can use route runes to buy some expensive stuff online as well. I use D2R Tradery. Tradery just seems to be one of the better ones that I've used. I've tried the D2 JSP. I'm not into the form gold aspect of it. I don't believe that it's... I don't find it fun to be able to transfer what I've earned from previous seasons into the current season. So being able to use form gold to buy an Enigma without even having a character in game yet is absolutely disgusting. I think that that's just dumb and a waste of time. So I enjoy using D2 Tradery because it uses only in-game trades. There's no outside currency that you use to buy things. It's just, hey, I have this item, I want this item, and then someone hits you up and says, hey, I have the item you want, you have the item I want. It's super easy. The trade is not made using any form of currency other than the in-game items. Now, the only downside to that is there is items in the game. There are items in the game that are worth more than what you can possibly trade in a single trade. So, there's things like the two 2020s. These are Charm, I believe it's 2 to maximum damage, 20 to attack rating, 20 to dexterity. Those are insanely valuable, and they are worth more than an entire inventory worth of high runes. So those things can be difficult to try to trade unless you're trading item for item. Again, there's very few of those that are worth that item. So you're either taking a loss to get something that you want, or you're taking you're trying to trade more than what you possibly could hold in your inventory. So that's the only downside. Other than that, I mean, I've never really found those, so I haven't had the issue of, hey, I've got the super perfect thing that I want to sell for X amount to more money than I will ever need in a single season. So we're about to be level 18, I believe. We'll check that Rao rune to see what level it is. But I'm almost positive it's 19 for the leaf staff.
Good day.
Yep, 19. So we'll look at that here in a bit. We're just gonna run straight into this because I want to try to get that rune as quick as possible. Don't think I typed that correctly. There's didn't put anything after it. Nice. So we're just booking it. Again, you don't have to play like this. You could have moved on 20 runs ago. You could have moved on and been like, hey, I don't want to search for these runes, or I've, killed the countess X amount of times, and I'm tired of not getting what I want. That's totally fine. Move on, do what you want to do. Start playing through the game. Like I said, the build is super simple. You're putting points into Wake of Fire. You're going to put 20 points into this until it's maxed out, and then you're going to put 20 points into Fire Blast. Maybe throwing 1 point into Wake of Inferno at some point, just to have it in case you needed it, or you want to use it for bosses. Other than that, there's no variability to it. Boom, point in there, point into Vitality. There we go. That's your build. You're going to keep doing that. You'll see we're already at 25 to 33 damage for this. This will go up to the hundreds as you get plus the skills, as you get as you get the main skill fully maxed out, as you get its synergies maxed out. It's a fantastic ability, especially with the AoE that it covers. Again, that was a fire enchanted enemy. Absolutely melted by a fire skill. Five. We do every time. We'll get that possible. Let's just get this. You're so silly. You got your sunglasses on. You don't want to see the sun, so you put your sunglasses on. Promise you the tier rune can drop. It is possible.
Good day.
Chop off those runes. And get to running. Did it again. Again, these claws I have on aren't doing anything for me other than giving me some attack damage if I need to punch something, which I shouldn't, because like I said, these Wake of Fire is just so good. I wear them, why not? There's no point not to. Now the end goal for the assassin, if you're looking for what build for the assassin is, I can clear most of the areas of the game. I can help with the other problems. If you're looking for the mosaics. If you don't know what the mosaics are, just into the game, because the mosaic is the most overpowered, stupid character build in this game. For sure. There's no doubt about it. You ask anybody if Mosaics is broken, they will say, yes, Mosaics is broken. The highest rune you need, I believe, is a Gull rune. So you get 2 Gull runes, and you've got the 2 high runes you need for making this character just absolutely decimate everything in its path. So that's the end goal. But if you want to stick to traps, if you like the playstyle, if you like running around, throwing some traps down and watching people just get annihilated, you're looking primarily into lightning centering. And I'll show you a little bit about that here in a bit. So the reason we're using fire is just super powerful. Lightning is also powerful, but you don't have the AoE that Wake of Fire has. With your lightning traps, especially as early as we are. I don't think I changed what can do that. We're gonna get it. I promise we're gonna get it.
Good day.
Check this if there's any reason. Mana after each kill is not bad. I'll go ahead and throw that on. I don't really need Charge Bolt when struck. I'm gonna go sell some stuff. Got a little extra junk in the
Order
trunk.
welcomes you.
One rune. We just need the one. Little boss group here. Players 1. Probably I'll waste my time, honestly. I forgot I hadn't changed it, so maybe we'll change. If that was players 8, at least they would have gotten like a tick of XP, but not a big deal at all. Where is the boss for this level? Interesting. It's been like right there every single time. It's been right here every single time. I like how he's almost level 19. Leave once he gets that rune, so let's give him no bosses to kill so he gets no XP and he can't level up. No, I think this one is right over here. Let's check it out. Boss group? No. Oh, sorry. No, thought I said mini. Okay, well, we tried. Here's that boss group. Crazy Berserk heads you can grab, they sell for decent money sometimes, especially if they roll with some higher level skills. Those are primarily Necromancer items. I'm calling it right now. We're never gonna find it. We'll never get a tier rune. We'll never have a leaf staff. That's just how
Good
it is.
day.
I keep doing it. I just want to put in 8. Purchase speed. Zoom, baby, zoom. Alright, this is my last run, unfortunately. I'll see if I have a leaf staff in my inventory somewhere. This is my last run due to time constraints. So we're gonna try our best to get what we need. Level 2. I'm actually a little late. We're behind. So oh, I found the boss. You're here. And if you're playing a physical character and you want to get some early, like, crushing blade, sharpen scimitars, you get some deadly strike on a 2 open socket rune warden. Congrats, actually, well, why not? If you want to grab some scimitars that drop better socketed, that would not be a bad idea if you can get a 2 open socket one. I think it's steel or strength, one of those two modes. They can be pretty be searching for the ever elusive tier rune. We shall see, but I appreciate you watching. If you enjoy, please like, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. Otherwise, guys, have a fantastic day.